Toby Perkins.
Very much, Mr. Bone. It's a great pleasure to serve under your chairmanship. I'd like to start by congratulating the petitioners who have got this petition going, and every one of the 70,000 people who've signed it. It really does show that when people get behind our further education sector, it can have an impact here, and the quality and number of people contributing to this debate says all about that. I'd like to start by talking about the impact that further education has had in my family. My son has recently completed his second year exams, midterm exams at Hull University. But when he left school at the age of 16, no one would have expected that he was going on to university, and it is really the contribution that the further education sector and Chesterfield College specifically made to him that he is now going on and doing very well at university. And I think that many of us have recognised that there are a lot of children that don't do well at school, and that further education can play a transformative impact on those children. I'm very worried that our education system is becoming a one-chance saloon for for children. We all know that adolescents can go through all kinds of different crises, and it is so important that they have that opportunity to have a second chance. And Chesterfield College play an incredibly important role in my community, not just as in terms of the services that they provide for people at a whole variety of levels, to the 10,000 people who attend Chesterfield College. They play an incredibly important role in the community, also as an employer, as a customer to other Chesterfield businesses. Chesterfield College needs that support. And they also played the crucial role of being the provider of my Christmas card this year, which is something I'm sure everyone who received it will never have forgotten about. So further education plays an important role for those children who haven't done so well at school but have huge potential in academic study after that love of learning is developed by the further education sector. It also provides an important service to those children who did do well at school but want a different kind of study. It provides a kind of education which offers more freedom, much more like the university experience. It provides an incredibly important role for those children who want to pursue non-academic study and the development of those skills. It provides an incredibly important role for many children. I will briefly, yes.
He makes a very powerful point. I was a secondary school teacher, and I believe the focus on university education impacts so much on our whole school system that actually if we looked at much more parity, it would actually positively impact on the way how we teach in Key Stage 3 and 4 to make it far more interesting for a vast number of young people.
Toby Perkins.
Well, I agree with the honourable lady entirely. I think that a diverse education system is incredibly important for any country that wants to be competitive in the global race, and I'm very worried that we're leaving far too many people behind, and I think that's the point that she's making. I think that further education plays an incredibly important role in terms of many people with special educational needs who leave school but aren't yet ready for the world of work, want to develop their skills. It's so important that we don't just see education purely about the jobs that people subsequently do, but also about developing people in a whole variety of ways. And that also speaks to the role that further education plays in terms of supporting people who are recovering from a crisis. And the honourable gentleman from South Holland spoke about that. But often that move into the further education, doing a course, is a step towards the world of work. It might be a flower arranging course, it might be first aid, it might be any number of things that don't end up being a job at that moment, but actually it's a starting point for people who are at a moment in their lives where they need to have something to give them a sense of hope. And of course it's so important in terms of people looking to boost their skills to accelerate their career development. And further education colleges also play a core role in ensuring that there is a provider there to provide apprenticeship starts, particularly in the small business sector that don't have all the skills that our major employers have. And I'm very worried that much of the progress that was made in the last 12 or 15 years on apprenticeships is being lost because of the apprenticeship reforms. Apprenticeships aren't just about the Rolls-Royces of this world, and colleges played an important role to allow apprenticeships to happen in our small business sector. And I'm also very worried, as people have spoken previously, about the huge number of experienced lecturers who are leaving the sector. I heard from the Honourable Gentleman from Eastbourne, 25,000 have left the profession. That's a huge amount of dedicated, skilled, experienced people who we've lost to this crucial sector. So this debate today is about love our colleges. We've had the call and we've heard from people, members of Parliament right across the chamber, that we all love our colleges, but it's important that the government actually gives some meaning to those words and ensure that the money backs that love. So we can all speak about the importance of further education, but it's important when the Minister gets to her feet, she actually shows the government are willing to show that love with some cold hard cash.
Thank you.